Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Proper Plays YouTube channel. Today is Friday, February 21st, and I'm back breaking down some more plays for college basketball. College basketball in action right now. I'll talk about that in a second, but remember, we have the NBA streaks going. It started yesterday. If you got a pick in, you're in. If you didn't get a pick in, you can get a pick in anytime you want up until the playoffs. I will show you guys who is in it so far. 9 people on the first day. Pretty good effort by the community. 9 people on the first day. We do have a winner already with Kelly Oubre Jr. I'm going to go ahead and do this little number for myself on the NBA player prop side because Kobe White does not shoot the ball anymore for the Chicago Bulls. The game's not even over yet, 6 points, but he's not getting there. Other plays, you can see him there if your name's up here. But 1 win, 1 loss, 1 no play. The Oranges no play. Norman Powell did not play tonight. So that's going on right now. All you got to do is comment your favorite player prop every single day. You don't have to put a pick in every single day. If you got like a 4 or 5 win streak, you can just take the night off and then put another pick on tomorrow. But longest streak wins the NBA jersey. That's what this little graphic up here is for. So if you want to get into that, go ahead and read that and get your picks in. But let's take a look at the college basketball slate. Had a pretty good night with Missouri putting up 112-9 on Alabama the other night, and Caleb Euro came through as well. So had a pretty good night on on Wednesday night. But Thursday night, Maryland's currently up by 20 points, so that's looking really good for us. Have them minus 10.5. Wichita State has a lead going into half. They're up by 6 points going into the half. Xavier Bell has 9 points right now, so that's looking decent. Need Miguel to pick it up a little bit, over 12.5 points, sitting here with 5 points right now. Hopefully, he has a pretty strong back 10 minutes, but I really don't know if that's going to happen because Maryland's up by 20 right now, so we'll see what happens there. Hopefully he plays, hopefully he doesn't. If he doesn't play, we win Maryland. If he does play, USC maybe makes a comeback, but looking like a 3-in-1 day, honestly. So hopefully that does continue for the rest of the night. Let's take a look at the plays for Friday. We have Marquette going up against Villanova. Now, these teams have played. I have the box score in front of me. Villanova 74, Marquette 87. I absolutely despise Kyle Neptune. I've said it multiple times. He's the worst college basketball coach of all time, maybe all time. Definitely this season. Like, he's one of the worst coaches they have. I don't know how Villanova keeps him on, but there's a guaranteed time Villanova might be up by 8 points. He will let Marquette go on a 12-0 run without calling a timeout. Hopefully that happens whenever they're up like 18, but there will be a time Kyle Neptune lets a run go too far and he doesn't call a timeout. But looking at the box score between these two teams, 74-87. The only difference between these two teams the first time they played was shot percentage. Marquette was sitting at 47%, Villanova 42%. Rebounds were almost the exact same, 34-36 in favor of Villanova. Also, Wooga Poplar came off the bench in that game, only had 8 points. Dixon held to 18 on 7-16 shooting, and everybody from Marquette, the big three that they like to talk about, they all had really good days. Joplin was at 8 points, but we had Cam Jones at 18 points. They had Mitchell at 21, and they had Ross at 18. So they were shooting pretty well in this game at home, and they only were able to win that game by 13 points. And Villanova desperately needs this win. They beat St. John's in a game they should not have beat St. John's. They won that game by 2. That was a really big win for Villanova. Then they letdown spot against Providence. They lost that game by 13. It wasn't even close. Then they lost by 7 against UConn whenever they're up by 11 in that game in the second half. So this team desperately needs a win. They're sitting at 15-12. They are definitely not on the bubble. They are below the bubble. They need a lot of wins towards the end of the season and into the conference tournament to get into the March Madness tournament. But this win against Marquette would be a quad 1 win, be a huge win for them. I do think they get it done here. I'm going to take them on the money line as the first play, second play of the night. Michigan State going up against Michigan. These teams have not met yet this season. Usually in a matchup like this, I just take the points because they don't really like each other. But I'm going to go with Michigan here, minus 3.5. I think the big boys down low are going to get it done. Danny Wolf and Golden down low, I think they will be the difference makers in this game. Michigan State, good team. They're, I think, top, 10 or 15 now in the nation. They go on these really, really long scoring droughts, but they've also been known to stop opponents and go on their own runs. I think Illinois was one of those games. They were down by like 13 points with 9 minutes left in the game. Then they didn't allow any points for Illinois. Only 2. I think it was like a 28-2 run to end the game. But I think this is going to be a little bit different for Michigan. This is a game that I do think they will be able to dominate down low, and I'm hoping that they don't come out sluggish. If they come out sluggish into this game, Michigan State might be able to do on the defensive side and just put them away. But I'm going to take Michigan here, minus 3.5. I trust them they've got a lot of good scores. I'm going to talk about one of those scores for one of my player props today. Let's take a look at the player props for tomorrow. Jordan Longino is going to be the play, and I have not talked about him this season, but he did play against Marquette already this year, and it was very apparent that Marquette had a plan. Stop Dixon, let anybody else beat you, and I think that's going to be the case once again in this game, and hopefully Jordan's up to the task. This is the guy who really doesn't come off the floor a whole lot for Villanova. He plays between 35 and 39 minutes the entire season, 13 points in the last game on 7 shots going up against UConn. He needs to shoot more, and I think he will be shooting more in this game going up against Marquette. UConn was more just playing much better defense than Marquette usually does, but Marquette in that game, they allowed 8 of 19 shooting for Jordan, 42% from the field. He went 2 of 6 from 3, 27 points. He also got himself to the free throw line 12 times in that game, so I think he will be a lot more aggressive in this one. We are definitely going to see Dixon double-teamed anytime he gets the ball inside. I've seen that from almost every single team that Villanova has played this season. So if Marquette doesn't do it, there's something wrong with him because Dixon's going to take you one-on-one. He's going to score 2 points every single time you don't double-team. So there will be a double-team on him. They're going to kick it out to Jordan or Wooga Poplar. Both of these guys, good options tomorrow. I'm going to take Jordan, though, as the player prop. 10.5 to 12.5. I'm guessing 11.5. He's averaging 11.8 on the season. So 11.5 points will be the first play of the day. Second play today, Trey Donaldson. Over total threes. 1.5 made threes will be the play. Took this on PrizePicks a couple weeks ago, and he did hit going up against Purdue. He did not have a good day going up against Ohio State. Only 8 points. Shot 10 times in that game, but he's going to be back at home, and he likes playing at home. He's made 2+ threes in 3 consecutive games at home. If it stays at 1.5, this is going to be a hammer spot for me. I do think there's going to be a lot of offensive rebounding for Michigan. Little kick out to Trey Donaldson. I like him getting a couple of those threes, even off of offensive rebounds. He's also a guy who can get his own shot. This will be a tough game going up against Michigan State, but Trey Donaldson loves to play at home. I'm going to take him in this one over 1.5 made threes as the final play of the day. Let's go take a look at that recap graphic. We are going to go with Villanova on the money line. There is no doubt Marquette is the better team in this matchup, but Villanova needs it. Villanova's going to be at home. I've been talking all season about take home dogs. Villanova's a home dog. Give me them on the money line. And then Michigan minus 3.5 should be a good game. I just think the size down low will be a problem for Michigan State in this one. Minus 3.5 will be the play there. Jordan over total points. 11.5, 12.5, somewhere around there. Had 27 the first time going up against Marquette. And then Trey Donaldson over 1.5 made threes. If it stays at 1.5, hammer. If it goes to 2.5, I'll still play it, but it won't be a hammer. I'll still play the 2.5, but it won't be a hammer. 1.5, it will come out at 1.5. Give me the 1.5. Remember to get your player props in for the NBA for that contest. You don't have to enter. You can enter. It's just for fun for that NBA jersey. But that's going to do it for the NCAAB basketball picks and props for Friday, February 21st slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please drop like this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.